Hi everyone, this is Blues Enzan. First video up, and it's about Iron-Blooded Orphan, the first episode. Okay, starting from the beginning, from what we've seen of the characters, so far this looks like a great series. This is a long-awaited good Gundam series. I'm not talking about the Gunpla ones, like Try and stuff. Those were good, but they're not Gundam. Like, they're just like if everyday us just like go and play these games. But this, compared to the stupid one with the G-Self and the Age one, which it could have been good but it fucked up, so far this first episode alone shows that this is going to be a great series. So anyways, going by the characters. Main character, love his personality. He's like, whatever man, shit doesn't bother me. And what you call it, if I have to do something, I'll do it. Like, his whole personality is hilarious to me. I don't know why, I just like him. And his best friend Orca, dude's a badass, man. He has like that evil look, but he actually cares about his peeps, his people. So that's like a lot of respect. So anyways, on to the story from what we learned in episode 1. Is Mars, let's be real, Mars is treated like the bastard child, like from the Earth sphere. Like, they treat the people on Mars like shit. Apparently they used all the natural resources of Mars, and they're still trying to, you know, bring them, like, put them under their thumbs. And as you could tell when you saw the elites and stuff, they look at like Martians in general, that they're like, fucking, you guys are bugs, you're worthless. Which is like, man, you guys are assholes, right? That's just like, it's sort of like in Zeta Gundam, how the Titans treat the colony people. It's basically the same thing, or maybe a little worse, because there's a whole planet full of people or something. But anyways, now let's go with this company. The main character's company is the third crop, or the third unit. So the first unit and second are the adults. The third unit is just of the orphan kids. The orphan kids that you see in this episode are treated horribly, which is shitty. Like, from the first and second crop, they treat them like shit. It's like, what the hell? So anyways, it's basically child labor to the extreme. You also see the Gundam Barbados, like, instantly in the beginning. But from what I read online, they were using the Gundam sort of like its generator to power the place up, because the Gundam has these 2 generators, which I haven't seen some unit that has a double generator thing since like 00, the second season, when they had the 2 GN engines. But anyways, so what we learned, like, it's sort of like a after-war Gundam X type of thing, that the party that the main character joins and stuff, like, they don't really have the most advanced tech, but you're gonna see them give it like a shot. It's sort of like refreshing that it's not like, oh yeah, we're like this OP company, or we're in this army and shit. No, this is, I think this is the first that actually has like a guerrilla unit thing, and that sooner or later they're actually gonna be the third power. It's sort of like how Outlaw Star, you have like the space pirates, the government, and then you had the outlaws. Like, they're sort of like the outlaws. So that's pretty cool. Now, the main heroine, she believes in the independence of Mars, which is a good thing, and that she wants to be like what you call it? What's a good example? Well, not really. I can't think of any good examples right now. But she wants the colony, like the colony of Mars and stuff, just to be like away from the Earth sphere. Like, yo, give us our independence, so you don't treat us like shit. We take care of our own stuff. We're good. We don't need you. Because it's honestly, it's horrible. It's basically the same treatment. Now that I think about it, it's the same treatment as Zone of the Enders. How the Earthlings like just look extremely down on the Martians. It's actually the exact same thing. I didn't thought about it until just now. But yeah, so she has a good belief. She wants to do that. She chose a third company because she wants to be like among people that she's like, you know, I can relate to you and stuff. I'm just like you guys. But what you learn from the first episode, how the main character's reaction to her, which is hilarious. Their interaction is golden. She picks him out of the people that she sees, like, line up, because he seems like, if you think about it, he looks like the least intimidating one. And she's like, all right, shake hands and stuff. And then he looks at it and he's like, all right, I'm gonna turn around. And he like starts heading off, like, to show her around, which is hilarious. And then when she's like, oh, like, shake hands, and she takes off her glove, Like she realizes and she takes off her glove, because noble people, when they shake hands with commoners, they sort of have that whole like, I'm gonna wear a glove thing so I don't have to touch your hand, but if you take off the glove, it's sort of showing like equality. And he looks at it and she's like seeming like a little pissed, and he's like, yo, my hand's dirty. And he shows the oil, and then she looks embarrassed, sort of like, really? Really? The main character already got your little tickling right there? But then after that he says like, oh yeah, by the way, we're not equals. This is true. You're nobility. You don't know our life. You don't know our struggles. We're orphans. We have to fight for survival. Anyone who read shit about like orphan kids and stuff and seen it, that's the main character. That's that unit, man. They fucking suffer the worst of the worst. They get beat for no reason and shit like that. It's horrible. She doesn't understand that shit. There's not equality. It's not that he's trying to be rude to her. It's just that that's fucking fact. You don't understand. We're not equals. You're noble birth. So anyways, on to the story. As you can see, the main girl's dad is an asshole. He sold out his daughter. The dickest move and shit. Honestly, who does that to their kid? Whatever. And the thing I liked is like during the training and stuff, like the main character, he's so OP, but it's not like you're thinking of like, oh shit, he's special and stuff. No, it's because he's trained. Like they all train. So it's hilarious. And they all have like this weird spike thing, which I'm gonna explain later on in this video. But anyways, as you saw from the first episode, from start, middle, and finish, it was great. There's a lot of anticipation for the next episodes. Like honestly, this is truly a really good Gundam series. Like for 2015, this is fucking amazing. It's almost a good way to since we're getting close to the end of the year, it's a good way to end the year with finally a good ass Gundam series. So now let's go on to the main points. From what I've checked from my research, it could be wrong, it could be right, whatever. Alright, the things on their backs are known as whiskers. That lets you interface with the mechs, because there's an old, apparently these are all like old models, like no, not old models, an old system that you connect to the unit, which is cool. It also gives you spiral awareness. Whoever doesn't know what spiral awareness is, just think of it as Byakugan. You can just like, you know, you're aware of your surroundings. It's sort of like how in Zeta and like in yeah, just like in Zeta and like that timeline, like Armor Race Place and shit, like, or Unicorn, how you have that cockpit that like sort of like hovers in between, in the middle, and then you have like this screen all around you that you see all around, like all 360 around you, which is good. So you get spiral awareness. So they're like cyber new types. The main character, he has 3 spikes. Like when you read his profile, it says like he has 3 and he survived. That means in order to get that, at least one of them is fucking extremely painful because they drill it into you and stuff with this needle. But to get 3 is bullshit. It just shows how much endurance the main guy has. And since he has 3, his awareness is fucking top tier. The secondary one, like the one who has like close to like the most, is like this big ass rip dude. Like the main character, he has a white I'm gonna call it like a mobile armor because that's what I think of, like the little tank thing. He has a white one, and then there's a guy with a blue one who's pretty close to him in like skills, not like at his level, but he's pretty damn close. He has 2 spikes, so those 2 have like the best, you know, awareness. And their combination attacks were freaking awesome. So that gives you a little insight on that. That surgery is a painful, honest to God. And then what you call it? What else? Oh yeah, the Barbados Gundam. All right, I didn't know this until I read other people review and I read like comments. But one of them says, "Oh, the Barbados is that's a demon. That's a demon's name, and then the feet are like hooves." Which I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't notice that." And then after I looked it up, when I'm reading up, it says like, oh, like 300 years ago is a mech that was made 300 years ago. It's part of like a unit of 72 Gundams. And I was like, fuck you assholes, I saw what you did there. You ain't slick, Sunrise. 72, for all people who like mythology and stuff like that, that's Solomon's 72 demons. So that's freaking amazing. That means we're gonna have 72 different units all representing demons. I think this is gonna be the first like series that we have multiple demonic looking Gundams. That's fucking amazing. I'm hoping that my nigga Amon, like he's one of my favorites. That the Gundam that represents him looks freaking amazing and he's top tier. Cause Amon, honestly, in the actual story of like the Solomon's Keys, he ain't really like, he's like mid. Oh, that one right there, that's one of them. But anyways, but from like the Devilman series and from the game Shadow Hearts, Amon was fucking top tier. So that's the Amon I know. So anyways, Amon, Azeroth, Asmodai, I can't wait to see them. Oh my gosh, like all my favorite devils as Gundams. What? That's insane. So there's a lot to look forward to this series. That just made me more hyped when I was reading this information. And also, what's another thing? Oh, the friendship between the main character and Orga is awesome. Orga, that dude, he's a boss. He is like, okay, if you're gonna go with ranks of what he is, like, you know how like the main character, he's fucking the heavy hitter, the attacker, like the ace pilot. Orga is like Bright. He's the commander of their unit. And like after the first episode, they had that whole base to themselves, because everyone who's seen the first episode knows like when the second and first fucking groups, like cores, they dip like assholes, the adults. Freaking Biscuit at first, honestly, when I first saw this picture, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna be someone I dislike. But nah, Biscuit is one of those guys who's like, that's my nigga, he got my back. He set it up so like flares came out, so then the ones who were attacking them looks at them and is like, oh, these motherfuckers, I want to kill them, which is awesome. So anyways, so that means Unit 3 owns that whole base. So far, this is, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really hyper right now because this is an awesome series. Honest to God, I am so happy Tears to come out. This Gundam series is amazing. The Gundam's not OP at the beginning. Of course, gradually it's going to be. So far, from what I've seen, they don't have any like laser weaponry at the current moment. Even the bad guys, who you could tell like have, you know, government fundings, they didn't have like laser weaponry. Oh, I did like that one part of that one mobile suit. When it came out, it shows the great difference between the tanks and the mobile suits. Because when that suckers came out, everyone was like, damn, we're fucked. Like shit. And he all he had was an axe and fucking gun. He didn't even have a freaking laser gun. It was freaking, wow, that's a difference between like a mobile suit and stuff. But anyways, the mouth thing, yeah, the head part, I didn't thought that unit, like the head part, was also a gun. That's fucking creative. It's sort of like a little sneak attack. Like if you do like a DBZ hand grab, you're like, guess what, bitch, my face is also a gun. That was cool. I totally like the schematics, like for like the Zaku of this or the Leo. Like it's pretty creative. I honestly like that, and the whole no beam weaponry thing is pretty cool. And the fact that Barbados doesn't start off OP, it shows that like all the fights is just gonna be straight up the main character's skill, that you already noticed throughout the whole company. He's like the toughest one. Hell, even in this one scene when this one blonde kid started talking back to Orca and shit, and it sounds like a fight, this guy grabs his ear and he's like, yo, I don't like fighting, and the guy's like backing down. I was like, damn son, you don't mess with this shorty. Oh, and another interaction that was awesome that everyone probably loved was during the pull-ups. During the pull-ups and stuff, it's like like the big guy who was like the second best pilot, he's like, alright, like my body's bigger, so I have to take more time, you know, doing more pull-ups. Which is like, oh man, look at your little competing and stuff, man. The main character is so OP, that's so hilarious. And it's not OP because of fucking he's naturally gifted or anything, it's because he trained, yeah. Like his whole like follow orders from Orga or something is sort of like, you know, like how can you just automatically follow orders? But like, it's the fact that how he lived, like when he was young. When we get more episodes and it shows more of their backstory, we'll understand them more. But for so far, I feel like I somewhat understand them, but I'm not gonna be 100% on it until like the later episodes when you do more backstory. And I really want to read more up on the war and the other Gundams, or just the other units, because so far everything just seems awesome. And anyways, that's my review of the first episode of Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. I know I somewhat rant and repeated, but like, honestly, you guys gotta admit, out of all the, you know, the first episode was pretty like epic, and it sort of got you a whole like sense that like, yes, we finally got a good Gundam. So episode 2 will be more in depth on the review, but so far, like, honestly, this is a good season. Like all the animes that we have coming out and this Gundam series, greatness. So anyways, this is Blue Zenzan signing off, and I can't wait for episode 2 of Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. Peace.